So here's your supplies list to get through these workouts. What you're gonna need is a standard beach towel, colorful preferably. You're gonna need something that's weighted. So for us, we have plates, but frankly, you can use, and I'll talk about this a little bit, you can use things like a gallon jug, and a gallon jug is about 8.5, 9 pounds when it's completely full with water or milk. And so you can change those little by little, but like these are 5-pound weights, so a halfway full jug would get the job done. If you're a little bit stronger, you might need it to be completely full. And then the last thing you'll need consistently is probably gonna be a chair to either tuck your toes under or put one of your feet on top of for a number of exercises. Aside from that, we don't have any equipment that you're gonna need because we're assuming you're doing this from home. If you have specific equipment at home, whether that be an exercise ball, different bands, or even dumbbells, you should give us a call or email me directly at davidg@discoverstrength.com because we can put together a program that incorporates a little bit more equipment. But this is kind of the bare minimum that you'll need. Welcome to your next workout. We're gonna get started here with some chest exercise again. Last time we did normal push-ups. Okay, we're gonna go into negative only push-up. This is gonna be a trend because probably the best chest exercise that you can do that's gonna be body weight and require no equipment is a push-up. So Taylor, we can start off with that here. So doing a negative only push-up, I'll have you count it out on your own. Okay, she's gonna do 10-second negatives to the point of failure. So failure in this case would be the inability to actually control all 10 seconds down, okay? If for some reason she can't get 10 seconds in a normal push-up position, she would transition to just doing it on the knees. But at a certain point here, if you are pretty strong, you should start off by doing 10-second negatives and then just pushing yourself back up until you can't do that anymore and then transition to negatives, okay? So stop the video right now, do your negative push-ups, do your push-ups, and then we'll transition into our next portion here, okay? So the next portion of this, what that's going to be is we're gonna do a reverse fly, and that's gonna be for the upper back and the deltoids, posterior deltoids, right into that towel row that we talked about last time. So I'm gonna give Taylor some weights here to use for this. Okay, so you can kind of show them the profile here if you want, but basically we're gonna have Taylor bend at 90-degree angle at the hip, and then what she's gonna do with her arms straight is basically reverse fly. So her arms are straight, pausing for a full second, pinching the upper back. This is gonna fatigue, like I say, fatigue out her upper back, her posterior deltoids. So same idea, it's a 2-second cadence up, pause for 1 second, lower down for 4. She's going for 8 to 12, might do a quick hold at the end depending on how tough you are. And as soon as she's done, we're going right into rows. Okay, so I'll take these from you. You can take a seat on the ground here. Feet can be facing me. And we'll do that towel row, okay? So, grab it on here nice and tight, sit really tall, and then once again, try to pull the shoulder blades together and gain as much ground as you can. The first 15 seconds or so, she'd probably start off with about 50% pressure. The next 15, she's building her way up to 100%, and it's a 30 to 60 second all-out effort where she's trying to keep the amount of ground that she's got here. Gonna have to continue to breathe through the mouth. Okay, so take a second here and pause the video and do that reverse fly right into the row to hit the upper back. So now that we're done with upper back, we're gonna transition into a shoulder exercise. So for shoulder exercise today, we're gonna actually be doing what's called a plate hold. We'll use a plate, but like I said last time, you can use a number of different things to really accomplish this, whether it be a jug of milk or soup cans or whatever the case may be. So you can take a seat here, Taylor. So your arm's gonna be completely straight out in front of you, and you're gonna try to maintain this angle for, once again, 90 seconds or so. Okay, so you don't want that thing to move. And what she's gonna wanna do as she goes here is start to bend her arm, because as the shoulder gets tired, the biceps wanna get involved and help out. It's really important to keep the arms dead straight and keep them at the same level, okay? So 60, 90, even 120 seconds. We could add a little pressure if you want it to be tougher, but this would be a good one to finish off the shoulders. Okay, so pause the video, go ahead and get that shoulder plate raise in there, and then after the plate raise, we're gonna transition into the legs. So for legs, we're gonna do a single leg lunge. So you can put your back foot up here, Taylor. Front leg will be even a little further out in front of you, a little further more. Okay, and you're gonna lower down for 4 seconds, sink as deep into it as you can, and transition right back up. Great, so she's gonna keep a good knee bend at the top of the rep on this one. She's trying to get 8 to 12 repetitions, very similar to before, and then it'll be a hold in the midpoint. So Taylor, you can come to the midpoint here. So after she's done her 8 to 12, she'll hold in this position, once again, 10, 20, maybe 30 seconds long, and then she'll transition to her other leg. Now we wanna superset this with a wall sit. So right when you're done, Taylor, she's gonna come over here and do a wall sit to finish off the legs. Okay, so for this, she's trying to achieve a 90-degree angle at the knee. Your feet can be maybe a little further out, perfect, and just a little lower. And she's gonna maintain this position as long as she can, and once she can't maintain it, she starts to slide down the wall, then she's done. Okay, so we're going for, once again, 1 to 2 minutes is the ideal time under tension for a lot of these exercises, okay? That's a great multi-joint leg exercise for her to do. You could hold on to weights to make it a little tougher if you wanted to, but if you do this properly with a single leg lunge right before, it should be plenty for the legs. Okay, so that's it there, Taylor. Let's transition. So pause the video, do your leg exercise, and then we're gonna go into abs and low back next. Okay, so this chair isn't particularly heavy, but just find a place that you can tuck your toes under something so that you can start to do these sit-ups. So she's gonna curl up until her elbow gets to her knee, and then lower back for 4 seconds, just so the base of your shoulder blades hits, and right back up there. Same idea, 8 to 12 reps of this one, and as soon as she gets stuck, she's going to transition into an ab bridge. Okay, it's the same thing as a plank. So she might do a 10, 20, 30 second negative, just like all these other exercises to be a tough finisher for her. And then right when you're done, let's say that's it there, Tate, you're gonna jump right into a ab bridge. Good, so hips a little lower. Good, so she's gonna try to maintain a straight line between shoulder, hip, and knee, squeezing the abs the entire time to finish off the abs. Once again, she'll do this as long as she can with good form. Once her form breaks down, we'll shut it down and move on to the next exercise, okay? Luckily, the next one is very close, so you can just lay down flat here, extend your arms out over your head, and this is gonna be that Superman hold for the low back to finish. So 60 to 120 seconds of tension here, squeezing the low back, trying to pull the chest and thighs off the ground here. So you can go ahead and pause the video and do your ab and your low back exercise to kind of wrap things up. And that'll be it for today's workout. Thank you and good luck.